The star of the night from Thornridge, and the heavyweight Hubert Thompson from Proviso West.
Well, David Douglas of
Prohibited. We're at the Assembly Hall in Champaign, 60th IHSA Individual Wrestling Championships, and in AA at 103 pounds, it is Kelly Madden in the red from Pekin and Mark Warren from Providence. This match brought to you by Country Companies.
Kelly Madden of Pekin with the early 2-0 lead, and he's looking for more points on the tilt.
In the semifinals today, Martinez was third at 103 pounds last year.
And Madden with 5 decisions of 5-4, turning place winner. And then Nathan Martinez of West Aurora, 5-4. All very close matches, as you see after the escape. Now Warren in on the single leg. Tried to switch off to a double and tried to finish, and he does.
He picks up 2 and takes a 3-2 lead late in the first period.
And Warren in with the half Nelson. He's going to have near fall points.
But you pick up points for depending on the maneuvers that you are able to do during the course of a match by establishing your control, reversing control, or escaping from your opponent's control.
Warren trying to score with the outside single, switched off, spun behind, and he did get
in the second period. Chris Kolopanis, who is in the blue for Muhammad Seymour, a 3-0 edge over R.J. Young of Kankakee McNamara.
Here, he's going to be the state champion.
He's got 5 seconds. And that's it. Chris Kolopanis, 34-5, as he wins the Class A state championship at 103 pounds.
2 takedowns and an escape for Kolopanis, and he's the state champion. Will he be the last one for?
It's either 2 or 3 points. 3 seconds left now in the AA 103-pound state championship.
Penalty point for Warren for the illegal figure 4 around the head.
So he picks up an 11-6 lead with just 3 seconds to go.
And a point for unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's it. Mark Warren is the state champion.
12-6. Mark Warren finishes the year at 34-9. The sophomore from Providence wins the Class AA state championship at 103 pounds.
Well, Mark Warren, prior to this point, won only one
of Reed Custer out of Braidwood, a senior, and Todd Combs in the green there from Coal City. He's coached by Brett Porter. Combs 37-0, Peterson 34-7.
State title at the final buzzer. Came back and won the state last year. Got that monkey off his back, and now he's looking for number 2. And Combs in on the double leg, trying to finish it. And he
against Alexis Rivera. He's in the red. He's from Weber of Chicago, a junior. Rivera, Adam Wasson second in Class A 2 years ago when Princeton was in the lower level, the smaller schools level, Class A.
So Wason definitely no stranger to this kind of pressure. Princeton went up to the AA class last year, and Wason was a state tournament qualifier. Didn't place, had some maturing to do in the big at the big class level, and he's clearly done it. He's here in the finals, but couldn't. Only had 1 state place winner in their history prior to this year. But and now the ankle pick by Wason, but he tried to step over on the whizzer, and Rivera took him right to his back.
And some near fall points coming up for Rivera. He'll pick up.
Peterson was saved by the bell. Still 5-0 lead for Combs, and he looks like he's in command on the top as well as on the feet.
Combs undefeated this year.
Looking for the cradle again. Wants to kind of roll through with that, and there it is. He's got that cradle locked up, and now it looks like
1 2-minute period to go.
Lets him go. Wasn't able to turn him, so he's going to try something else. Combs in on the outside single and gets the dump. You have to praise his heart and his and his stick-to-itiveness to get the job done to this point, and took advantage of the mistake by Waze this year. Looks like, unless a big reversal of form takes place here, that they're going to get their first state champ, and at 140 pounds, maybe a chance to get another one.
And of course, with Lavelle Houston.
First off in this match, and you can't give up 5 points at a time in a state final tournament and expect to come out on top, and that was just too much for Wazen to overcome.
And that's it, 8-3. Alexis Rivera wins the AA 112 state championship, and he finishes the year a perfect 32-0. Adam Wasson finishes at 41-3. More coming your way as the Illinois between Sal Rigitano, he's in the black, against Jamie Pales of Lake Park. He's in the blue. Rigitano from Glenbard North, the senior. Pales also a senior. Pales 39-1. Rigitano 32-4.
And here's a match between two guys that know each other very, very well. This is the 5th time that Jamie Pales in the blue and silver singlet and Saul Rigitano in the black singlet have wrestled. Expect a low-scoring match where 1 point either way, and Pales with the throw-by gets the...
to the Class A, but right now they have an injury break, so we'll stay with AA. Saul Rigitano. And
attack type of match. Rigitano reaching underneath for a leg, and now Pales with the single, trying to work it to a double. Now trying to spin behind. Pales has definitely had the better of the offensive opportunities so far. He finished one in the first period for a takedown, and now trying to finish this single leg attack. He switches off to a double and gets the takedown. So the second one of the match for Jamie Pale.
Some wrestlers will give up that point in the escape on the gamble. They'll come back and get more.
Right off the whistle, Trey Pales trying to work the switch, and he does have the reversal.
And takes a 6-4 lead. Senior against Vince Sibisak from Montini of Lombard, also a senior. Sibisak 38-1, Hay 29-1. Right now, Hay a 5-2 lead with 27 seconds to go in the second period.
Sibisak trying a throw-by there. Rigitano means Rigitano needs 2 takedowns to get himself back into this match. Now in with the single, the high crotch trying to finish, and Pales is fighting him off. Now Rigitano works up to the double, and he has the takedown. It's now a 7-6 match.
With 15 seconds left, it's 7-6. Time running out, 9 seconds, 8, and they're out of the circle.
Now 8 seconds left, 8-6. Rigitano time for 1, maybe 2 good shots to try and get that time takedown. Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Time runs out. Jamie Pales of Lake Park wins the Class AA 119-pound state championship. 8-6 the final. The big move came when he broke that 4-4 tie, got the reversal with 11 seconds to go in the second period.
Key reversal there right at the end of the second period, and it's so hard to beat an opponent. Likely be active in the duels, so I don't think this is the last we may see of either of these wrestlers.
That's it. Chad Hay picks up another state championship with an 8-2 victory over Vince Sibisak of Montini. Another state championship coming to the community up there on US 34.
A great wrestling championship in this round, and Berger, one of the top juniors in the state, much less.
Rated number 3, Lance Weber from Maine West is in the yellow and blue. He's rated number 4. Weber, a 3-time qualifier. Egan almost placed in the final.
Of 3 finalists we're going to see for Marist in the championships, and Egan almost had a cradle there, and Weber gets out of it.
And he picks up a 3-1 lead.
Weber really likes to stay under those arms, both with the front double underhook and he gives Egan the escape, and he's back to that double underhook, controlling the top. Maris corner wanting to know where that's coming from, but Weber's arm kind of pulled back there behind the head, and now the escape makes it 5-3. And once again, Weber trying to work his offense with the double underhooks. It's been effective so far, trying to drop to the duck under. That doesn't work, but Ryan Egan has not really been able. Just a workmanlike job so far for Berger. A couple of takedowns and escape
between Egan and Weber.
And Egan has really never had a chance to get his offense working. There he's got a single, trying to spin behind. He's not going to be able to finish it.
He runs out of time. And Lance Weber of Maine West wins it by the score of 5-3 and finishes the year.
Something there to get points.
21 seconds remaining.
Berger again working on that arm. Penetrates underneath to try and finish. He's got the double leg, and it's a takedown. His third of the match.
7-1.
And it's going to be a second state championship for Muhammad Seymour.
He joins Chris Kolopanis as a state champion, a 7-1 final. Ryan Berger, the junior from Muhammad Seymour, finishes at 38-2. Chris Billum closes out the year at 40-2. 4 weight classes are in the book. 9 in the yellow. Chris Winter of Maine West, a senior, 42-3. In the black, Grant Herr of Morton, a senior, who is 43-0, the defending champion at 125 pounds.
And Grant Herr, a 3-time end of January, fell out of the rankings a little bit, but redeemed himself this week, and here he is in the state final.
53 seconds remaining in the first period. No score between Grant Herr and Chris Winter.
Herr with the single leg, trying to finish it. And he's at this point defer his choice because they want to have that choice at the start of the third period when they want to know what they have to do. Weber every day in the room, and a little bit more of a low-level attack, but Herr
of Rockridge and Adam Cornwell of Sandwich, 2 great programs represented here. Steve Amy wrestling for his coach. Trying to get that turn, and but an escape.
Stands up and gets the escape.
He in favor of Grant Herr. 1:30 to go in the third period.
And the second takedown on a beautiful counter by Grant Herr. And now Herr drops down to the double and has had over 30 takedowns in this tournament. These Morton wrestlers really know how to wrestle on their feet.
Just 5 seconds left. And the crowd already anticipating, begin to applaud. And 9-4, the 130-pound champion, Grant Herr of Morton, 44-0. 79-0 in 2 years and 2 state championships.
We've watched Grant Herr.
Amy at this time leading 5-3. He picked up his 5th point on an escape. 45 seconds in, that's the last few moments. He wins it 5-3. In the blue from Thornridge.
3rd week in a row.
State championship. McInerney, like a lot of those Marist wrestlers, can be tough on top, but the question is, will he ever have that position against Douglas?
I don't know if Douglas is going to give him a chance to get that position, as Douglas scores right there on the high crotch, and you saw.
So a 2-1 lead for Douglas with 35 seconds to go.
And now McInerney looking for the fireman's, but Douglas stepped over, nearly put him on his back, and no takedown yet. Now the takedown given by Dave Brost, the official, and Douglas with a cross-face cradle in here. 4-1 the lead for David Douglas, and I don't think he's going to press this issue too much. Well, maybe he will. Douglas with the cradle, he's going to get a count.
And that's the end of the first.
On the feet where he has the advantage.
He's down by 3 takedowns. You've got a guy with 1 loss in his career.
Douglas spun behind Mac in a row, and he really took the initiative so far in this match. Shooting underneath to the double. McEnany in again on the whizzer. Douglas staying on that near leg. McEnany trying to spin behind for the takedown, but Douglas still has the leg hooked, and it doesn't look like McEnany's going to be able to get the hip over hip position that you would need in this situation to get the 2 points. Still trying to spin behind, and it could be a stalemate situation coming up. Not a stalemate yet.
Over David Fox and Muhammad Seymour. Grauman's in the red, white, and black. And he picked up 3 takedowns in the first period, opened up a 6-2 lead. Fox was able to cut the gap down to 7-5, but now it's 10-5 with 20 seconds gone in the final period.
And a great double leg takedown right to the back by Grauman's throw on the edge. A nice flurry there by Grauman's to add to his lead, and now looks like no near fall points, but still a 12-6 lead, and another takedown for Grauman's, and he's in command right now.
That is now 7 takedowns in this match. Back over to double A. It's 11-4 in favor of seconds remaining.
Douglas working here up top. Now McEnany to the single leg, not able to finish it. Douglas working behind, and a stalemate, potentially dangerous, called by Dave Frost, and they'll bring him back to their feet. 9 seconds left. And Douglas works behind for the takedown. 13-5. And boy, what a finish.
13-5 the final. David Douglas, 39-0, wins on 4th state championship, and the crowd salutes him.
I think David Douglas really didn't want to leave anything to chance here. He got the 7th.
Welcome back to the Assembly Hall. That's Nathan Grauman's, who was the Class A 135-pound champ. He beat David Fox and Muhammad Seymour 19-8. Very physical bout for Grauman's, and still a state champions. Not a bad night. Now at double A, 140 pounds. In the blue, that's Craig Collins of De La Salle, a senior, 35-4, from Weber of Chicago.
It was one of the weight classes where we really had no idea what we were going to get. And here's Lavelle Houston going for the takedown. And near fall points too, maybe. Used that strength advantage to get here to the finals. His first time in the state tournament. Craig Collins of De La Salle, a big win. And now Houston with Collins in trouble again. He's got the Saturday night ride on now with the legs in, and he ran the half Nelson. And this might be a fast pin. Collins fighting it off, it looks like.
He's got 16 seconds remaining till the period's over. Now 10.
Well, Lavelle Houston came out and took control of this bout right away. This is a rematch of the Morton sectional final where Collins won, and Houston with the double leg picks it up, and he has the half Nelson in right here. Watch this as he takes Collins right to his back.
Montini, Jr., who's 40-1, and they've just started the second period, and the first point is up for Nick White, a 1-0 lead.
Situation here where both these wrestlers have come through very tough schedules all year. Dan Blagett, because if he gets taken down, he's going to have to battle against that great cradle that Blagett has, and he's spinning around behind and gets the takedown. Now Blagett with the stand-up, trying to break the hands, and White still. And right here,
there's the fall. At 4:13. Nick White, 39-1, picks up another state championship for the Sandwich Indians. Blagett finishes at 40-2.
First pin in the final. There it is. Blaggett started the third period on top, and White took him right to the back. Had that arm trapped.
And there it was at 4:30.
Amazing, looks like.
2 days.
And now maybe going to give Lavelle Houston a chance to avenge a loss last week in that Morton sectional. State runner-up himself for Marist was an NCAA All-America at the University of Missouri. So Mike's been around the state in 12, as you see the escape, and 11-3, and a beautiful Houston in a 15-4 lead. But these guys have really put in the work in the off season, and Dan Carroll, the Weber coach, has really worked hard with these guys all year round, and it's really shown. Now
a reversal for Collins. It's 15-6.
And Houston right back in on the leg attack. Not able to finish it that time. Collins does spin behind.
It's 2 more. It's 16-8, but just 5 seconds remaining. And the time's going to run out and crown another state champion for Weber. Lavelle Houston, 16-8. The final over Craig Collins of De La Salle. And a big, big night for the wrestling program at Weber High School.
One state place winner before this year, 2 state champs tonight. What a performance.
This weight class with some of the downstate talent taking center stage here for the championship.
Matt Lackey, you'll see in this tournament, take him down. Lackey with the first takedown, rated #1 all year. And now Tim Glover in. Castro with the, wouldn't let him. Castro still working hard on top. And
a minute 37 to go in the second period. Still 2-1 Ryan Castro. The black.
And Glover had a great single leg shot there on Lackey right at the end of the period. Almost was able to finish it. Not quite. He ran out of time, and Lackey with the spin out and face out for the escape, and now trying the throw. Castro would be the first state champion for Savannah in some time. Of course, the Indians dominated the early days of Class A. They won 5 state championships, 6 state championships the first 9 years of the AA states, of the 2-class state series. And Castro with the 7-2 lead, trying to bring a little glory.
And he's held that advantage. And that's it. Ryan Castro finishes off an undefeated season at 35-0. A 9-5 victory, a decision over Jason Hoffman of Prairie Central. Castro, seconds remaining. And time running out. 2 seconds. 1. It's all over. And Lackey holds on for a 5-2 victory and wins the state championship, completing an undefeated run at 39-0, and certainly justifying his #1 ranking.
And these two guys may meet again in the dual sectionals. Moline's got Morton on their side of the bracket.
John Sears of Marist, and in the blue, Charles Martelli. No score.
Martelli, another junior that's going to be recruited very heavily next year, as he tries to hit the inside single there, switches off to a double, trying to finish, and he keeps his feet in bounds, and the 2 points is awarded as they go off the net.
From Normal University, a senior, against Brian Suter, a senior from Oregon. Suter 41-0, Niebuhr 19-2.
He's made the most of it. He's back here in the finals. Took him a little time to. Suter stands up
with Naperville North in the blue as he shoots under.
Trying to work it to a double, and he has the takedown. Nearly got back points there, but Sears spun out to his stomach. Just gives up the 2.
Martelli has had the lead since he got his first takedown, a minute 16 into the. Martelli and Sears, and it's all over. 2 points more there for Martelli at the very end, and he wins it 8-3 the final. And Martelli finishes with the championship in the battle of the undefeated. Still 1-1, no control yet being awarded.
Niebuhr trying to spin behind to get the
There's the point.
And he gets it.
There's the point for Niebuhr, and he wins it 2-1 in overtime. Two points on the takedown, and the final official 3-1 in overtime. Tony Niebuhr, 20-2, wins the state championship. State champion for the second hall. This is 189 pounds, Class A. Tom Riggins, defending champion, 35-0, and Joe Gleisner of Ashton, he's also undefeated. This is Double-A now. Brad Lynn in the yellow and purple from Rockton Hononegah. He's got a 5-0 lead, and he's undefeated this year at 4.
Benny to get to the finals. He's had a good year for a sophomore. As we say, he is only a sophomore, and I'm sure we'll see him again. But Brad Lind has become
a big advantage in this sport. This traditionally has been the sport for the guys who don't play basketball and other tall men's sports.
Usually it's more of an advantage on the mat than on your feet, but Lind has been able to work that both ways to his advantage. And here is a spladle now by Benny, and he's got Lind in trouble.
Lynn
what
with
an amazing turn of events this would be.
Lynn with a 9-3 lead, and he is definitely in danger.
A minute and 12 left in the period, and Benny has a lot of time to finish this, if he can finish it. And now looks like Lind is going to be able to get out, and now Benny trying to sit back with it again. And now Lind, like that. You don't want to give up 3 points in a match like this.
Brad Lynn had a huge 9-2 lead after the first period, but that remarkable turnaround by Benny has gotten him right back in. He trails by just a point.
And sloppy at times in this match, and almost got that way again. But he just played it safe, spun behind and got the reversal, and now he's got the half. Nelson thrown in, trying to turn Benny. And now Riggins with the double. The 2 points given by Dan Ferranosi, and that'll ice it.
And the time runs out. A 7-1 victory for Tom Riggins. He successfully defends his championship, finishes off undefeated at 35-0 after a 42-4 campaign last year, and he picks up an 8 in favor of Brad Lind of Rockton Hononegah.
And now Lind with the cradle.
Sit Brad Lind of Rockton Hononegah, state champion at 189 pounds. Kevin Venny, who will be back, he's just a sophomore, finishes at 36-8.
And the first state champ
is Hubert Thompson. Will take on Jake Verselli from Joliet Catholic.
That were his desire. But
they go to the mat. 2 points for Thompson.
Thompson with the double underhook, and is able to spin
with a 2-1 lead and with control.
Head up, Joe, right, head up.
Both these guys are wrestling heavyweight, may look kind of big, and now here's Lockhart with the tilt, and John Schaus says no points. Couldn't get a 2 count. But both these guys were at the 189-pound class last year, so they moved up.
Let's go back over to Double-A. 15 seconds into the second round.
Last year, he's had a great year at heavyweight. Rated number 3 most of the
individual state champion this year out of 4 finalists.
Lockhart, a great addition as he's given the escape.
5-3 with a minute and a half to go. 30 seconds into the final round.
Verselli had the single, tried to switch off to the double. Thompson works out of it. Verselli trying to go back to the double again. Now Thompson can high leg over and spin behind. That's what he's trying to do.
And certainly, if you've been following wrestling the past few years, seeing a Proviso West wrestler instead of the ubiquitous Proviso East wrestlers in the finals. Bill Cartwright in that great program. And that's it. Hubert Thompson wins the state championship at 189 pounds, 5-3. And we'll put his photo up there along with state championships for Proviso West in baseball and a track championship that I was on back, I think, in 1868, or was it 1968, one of the two. And let's go over to Class A very quickly. The last seconds running out. And it's another state championship for Muhammad Seymour. John Lockhart wins 5-3 over Ryan Lemberger of Yorkville. 3 state champions individually for the Bulldogs in Class A.
Great addition to the Muhammad Seymour lineup this year. John Lockhart, 3 years in the state tournament and second at 189 for
IHSA Wrestling Championships. Special thanks to many great people. IHSA